So when you already know how to knit and how to purl, then it is time to see how we can decrease and increase stitches. Here I have 20 stitches on one row. I have knitted this little piece, and let's say I want to decrease it. I want to make it narrower on top. So how do I start? First, I don't knit the first stitch because that is how I like to do it. You can knit the first stitch, it will give a more sturdy edge, which is useful if you want to sew the pieces together later. But it is best not to decrease right at the beginning of the edge. It's best to usually, let's say, knit 2 stitches here and then start decreasing. There are many ways to do it, and I will show the 2 easiest ones. They look different, which is why I will show 2 different ones on each row that I knit. On the beginning of this row, I will do something that is called a slip knit pass. I will explain what it means, but at the end of the row I will just knit 2 stitches together. So let's see what this slip knit pass means. It's exactly as it says. First you slip 1 stitch, you take it from this row and you just slip it on the right needle. Then you stitch 1, and then you pass the one that you just slipped over this one, like this. So if you want your piece to lay flat, it is best to not do several decreases in a row. So what I want to do in this case is I want to knit until the end of this row, until I get to the 2 together bit, which is not far. Whoops. Here we go. Almost there. Nearly missed it. So here we have 4 stitches remaining on the left needle, and I want to decrease these 2. So what I do is, like, I knit these 2 together like I do with a normal knit stitch. I just, instead of knitting the 1, I go in here and I knit these 2 together, and then I finish knitting this row just like normal. So what is the difference? Based on one row, it is yet maybe not so easy to tell, but here we can see that this decrease is facing this in this diagonal, and on this end it is facing in this diagonal. And we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 stitches. So it depends on what the pattern says, but usually we don't decrease on the purling row. We just knit through that stuff. Well, sorry, we purl through it just like it is a regular row. And there we go. So let's say I want to decrease it even further. So again, starting a new row, slip one over, knit one regularly, and now the next two stitches are the ones that I want to decrease with the slip knit pass technique. So again, slip one over, knit one, and now this stitch that we did not knit, that we just slipped over, we pass over the knitted stitch like this, and then continue until there are 4 stitches left on the row. Four stitches left, and between the second and the third stitch you push in the needle like with a regular knit stitch, like this, and you knit these two together, and then knit 2 remaining ones. Again, when we move back with the purl stitches, we purl each and every one except for the very first stitch in the row. Okay, so we have purled one row. Let's go over it again. Oops, sorry. Slip over the first stitch, knit the second one like you're used to, and we are going to decrease here, the third and the fourth. So we slip, knit, pass. Again, knit until there's 4 left. Four left. Go in between the second and the third knitwise, just like a regular knit stitch, and knit these two together. So as you can see, the 2 diagonals are forming. One is here and one is here, and we have successfully decreased the project so it looks like a rhomb now.